Это твои носки воняют.
Заткнулся бы, а?
Заткнитесь оба!
Черт! Они ползут, как тараканы!
Хотел бы я, чтобы это были тараканы. Ты водить-то можешь, Вилкинс?
Молчать! Хочешь сам вести?
Твоя колымага может ехать быстрее? Налево! Береги фрицы! Нас попали! Черт! Горим! Прыгаем! Уходим отсюда!
Быстрее! Нет, столовой! Тормози, Вилкинс! Быстрее, тут!
Вот она! Сержант!
Сюда! Вперед! Вперед!
Заряжай! Скорее!
Вилкинс, наводи! Наводи же!
Salutations viewers and welcome back to my video gaming channel. My name is Gene and today you guys are here with me for the 23rd episode of Let's Play Faces of War. In the previous episode, guys, we have finally finished the entire Allied campaign. The ultimate last mission was called Omaha Beach. Go see that episode if you're interested in seeing it. It was a pretty interesting episode. There was a lot of action at the start of the video, but then it kind of just slowly degraded into a mission where we had to just clear out the trenches and German emplacements one by one with grenades and whatnot. Also, since this game is a tad bit old, certain like general user interface things were kind of buggy-ish. We couldn't select our squads properly at the very end of the mission, but regardless, we were able to beat the level. Anyway, go see that level if you wanna. I recommend it, obviously, since I made it. I found it to be interesting, but it depends on each individual human being. If you dislike it, that's fine. Anyway, my thing is just to tell you, you want to see that last Allied level, go check it out if you want to. But anyway, in today's episode, we're gonna start with the last campaign in this game. This is the last Soviet campaign out of all the 3 campaigns. We're gonna play the training missions like always. If you want to see me actually talking more about I mean like commenting on the actual basic gameplay and how to learn how to play the game, I suggest you check out the German video, because the German basic training, the German tank training, the German elite training, because in those 3 episodes I kind of talk more about that stuff. Although it's nothing difficult, I'm fairly certain you can easily learn all of the basics yourself. I'm just making these episodes so the playthrough is going to be full. But in terms of, you know, the actual usefulness, it's not about that. I just want to, you know, make all of the episodes, comment on them, but there's nothing particularly useful I'm going to be saying in the Soviet training, like basic training level and the tank training or whatever. Anyway, so we have again the We Stand 1 Soviet sub-campaign. This is going to be the first level. It's not even a level per se, just training, basic training. So let's read what this guy has to say, then we're gonna listen to our protagonist and we're gonna get into this shit. My training at Special Forces camp should be over soon. Now it is time to pass the exams. The major trusts me, and I must not let him down before comrades from the Central Committee of the Communist Party, who will monitor the trials.
I've never been mad about military decorations, but now I'm quite pleased after being awarded the Medal of Valor at Korsun-Shevchenkovsky. It's because of that medal that I made it here to the Special Forces training camp. Major Mirokin says a single soldier trained by him is worth an entire tank company. Today, it's time for me to prove he was not mistaken and to do the best I can during this test.
Alright, so obviously, like for the 2 other campaigns, I'm just letting you guys know right now, this is gonna be arcade mode. I have mentioned in the previous episode that I might do tactics mode later on. Right now, I'm kind of tired from playing Faces of War, so I'll have to see, because there's a lot of missions we have already passed at this point. Anyway, let's click continue. Yeah, at one point I might
Welcome to the special task
replay
unit,
this
friend.
game, but we'll see.
Each of you has been described as a perfect soldier, ready to fulfill his duty. That's why you're here. Prove your worth, and remember that your fate depends on the results of this test. Your mission is to get to the railway station and destroy all the targets along the way. I'll be waiting for you at the final gathering point. This is all you need to know. Get going on your mission, and good luck.
Thank you, comrade. We're going to do well in the name of the motherland.
Look around you and study the terrain.
All right, fuck all that.
Use
So
the
we
mouse
can
wheel to zoom
rotate the camera.
in or
We can
out.
we can
To
check the
rotate
map.
camera, hold
Our
the middle
guys
mouse
are
button
here.
down.
Green guys,
Your own units
comrades,
are shown in blue on the menu.
comrades in arms.
Neutral ones
Then we
are
have a
yellow.
bunch of
Allied
dummies.
ones are green.
We're gonna be
And enemy
riddling
ones are
with
red.
bullets
Follow
soon.
the path to get to the river. Select your soldier by left-clicking on him. You can always center the camera on the selected soldier by pressing the C key. After that, click where you want to send him. Double-clicking makes the soldier run fast. Now, order your soldier to move towards the river.
Alright, so we're using direct control mode. As you can see, this guy running around in circles. Just, you know, just being wacky as fuck.
Ребята, готовьтесь к
You can use
наградам.
direct control to operate a unit. To do so, hold down the control key or just press the N key. In this mode, use the arrow keys to move and the mouse to aim and shoot.
Right, so one thing I have pointed out, I'm gonna say this real quick because even though I have mentioned this in the other training missions, and I'm not gonna be talking too much I'm not gonna be giving too much useful information, you can check that out, like I said, in other, like in the German training missions, but one thing I must say, regardless, is in this game, don't use the arrow keys, it's not convenient. Go to your options, go to the keys, and switch your shit to WSAD in direct control mode, because it's much more...
Almost every object can be used as cover. Using cover smartly to take cover, position the
It's
mouse
much
cursor
more
over an object
convenient
and click on
to...
the symbol characterizing the cover.
Come on,
Go
guys,
up to a boat
shut
at
the
back
fuck up,
and try
narrator.
to take cover behind it.
It's much more convenient to use direct control mode when you're gonna be controlling your vehicles, your infantry. It's much more responsive that way. It's much more intuitive when you have your fingers of your hand on the WASD keys instead of the control thing, the arrows. Fuck that, just fuck that shit.
Отличная работа.
Alright, so the boat is used for
Good.
cover. Yeah.
If your soldier
Cross
is
the
taking
river
cover to cross the river,
in those
left-click
big
on
ass
one.
rubber boots, and those
Double-clicking to
Soviet
make the soldier
army
swim faster.
boots.
Now, get to a deserted boat station
Ребята,
on the other bank.
готовьтесь к
Good,
наградам.
the water's warm today.
Like after you're out from that river, those boots, you can like cook soup in that shit, because it's gonna be full of water and salt, you know.
Now you're on boat station territory, but the gates are locked from the inside. Notice that the mission description has, look, there's a hole to the left of the gates. Click where you want to send your soldier and he'll crawl there. There are 3 basic postures a soldier can stand, sit. Okay, you're inside. Now, open the gates for the other members of the group. To do so, position the mouse cursor. Congratulations, you've accomplished your first mission. Go to the shooting range. To do so, position the mouse cursor over the ladder, standing upright nearby. An arrow icon will appear, and click on it.
Отличная работа.
Like he just lost his helmet. The comrade is going to get court-martialed. So one thing I want to say is I don't really understand why they included all of this going to prone, crawling under like
In order to get to the
fences
shooting range,
type of
you
stuff,
need to jump
opening
over this wooden
gates,
fence. To do so, position the mouse cursor over it,
climbing
and orange arrow
ladders.
will
I think
appear,
at one
and
point
left-click on
maybe
it.
Best Way wanted to make covert infantry type of missions where you were like legitimately using cover and, you know, like hiding behind cover and stuff like that, but at one point they kind of decided not
it's
to
time
make
for
those
shooting.
missions.
Take the weapon. It's in the box near you. Click on the item in the inventory screen. Then, holding down the left mouse button, drag the submachine gun and the cartridges from the box into your backpack. It's empty now. This can also be done by right-clicking or left double-clicking on the item. You can also take and transfer all the items at once by just clicking on a double arrow icon. Your soldier's inventory can always be viewed by clicking on an icon to the left of your soldier's portrait, or by pressing the I key.
So yeah, what I'm saying is I don't understand, like, I just don't understand for the life of me why they decided to do the whole crawling under the stone fence thing, open the gate, climb the ladders. You're not gonna do any of this shit, like, I would say like 99.9% in the actual missions. So maybe at one point, Best Way wanted to make this game kind of different. Maybe they wanted to include like purely infantry type of like missions, oriented missions, but then they decided not to. I don't know. So let's choose the PPSH, the bullets, blah blah blah, all that.
Good. Now, take and load
Да,
the
командир.
submachine gun by double-clicking on it. You can also load the weapon by selecting. Your group's mission is to hit all the targets. To fire at a target, aim the weapon at the target, a sight icon will appear, and click on it. Remember that shooting from behind cover is most efficient, since the soldier is less vulnerable to enemy fire and is able to support his weapon, which considerably improves his accuracy. Now, hit all the targets.
So I think since the PPSH has a bigger ammo capacity, I don't think it's as accurate as the other guns in this game. I might be wrong, I don't know, but...
In combat, a submachine gun is efficient at short to medium distances, and it's the major weapon used by assault infantry units. Now, inspect the remaining boxes. Take your position in the firing line and use a machine gun to hit the targets. This weapon is highly efficient at almost any distance and is used by the heavy weapons infantry.
The DP-28 in this game feels like, in terms of the actual stats, this, you know, the way it performs, it feels like a mix between the Bren and the MG34.
Take a look around you. There should be a number of sniper rifles for you. To highlight the items lying on the ground,
It's less
press the tab
accurate
key
than
or click
Bren,
on
and
an
it feels
icon to
less
the right
deadly,
arrow.
but it has a bit
Pick
more
up an
ammo.
item from the ground. Position the mouse cursor over the item, a hand icon will appear. The sniper rifle bullet has strong killing power, and some targets are too far away, and direct control mode is required to hit them.
So like always, the
Hold
sniper
down the
mode,
control key,
highly
or just
useful in
press
this
the
game.
end key.
We're
In
gonna be
mode,
using this
position
quite
the mouse
often,
cursor over the target and left click on it to take a shot.
so keep that in mind. We're gonna be using this quite often, this shot. In direct control mode, hold the control button. You're gonna have this, if you have a sniper rifle, you're gonna have this icon appearing. You have to wait until you
Good job.
got a
It's
perfect
time to
shot
move on.
and then you
But
shoot.
for this, you need to get over a brick wall. If you blow up the nearby fuel truck, it's possible that the blast wave may destroy part of the wall.
Alright, so let's
Near
take
the
the
observation
bazooka.
platform, there are a couple of boxes. Take a grenade launcher and ammo. A bazooka rocket launcher has been specifically developed by our best weapon.
We've got to break this wall!
Yeah, I don't think that the bazooka was invented by our best Soviet design engineers, because I don't think they had any of that during World War II. This is American. So let's shoot at this fucking Opel truck, and let's hope that all that heat from the explosion isn't gonna make our big-ass boots melt. Because we still have to make soup in that shit.
That's great! Now let's get rid of those vehicles.
Сделаем, товарищ командир.
Yes, comrades, let's blow them all to smithereens.
Now hit the enemy's armored vehicle with anti-tank grenades. Go to the pile of boxes and pick up a couple of grenades.
Alright, we have RPG 40s here, right?
Anti-tank grenades explode when hitting the target and are quite efficient against enemy vehicles.
Ребята,
To use a
готовьтесь
grenade,
к наградам.
just click on its icon in the secondary armament screen and select it. You can shift between the primary. The most vulnerable part of a tank is its engine, whereas hitting the thick frontal armor is usually less efficient. This should be taken into account when fighting against enemy armored vehicles. Now,
Yeah, for this it doesn't matter. You can throw it anywhere. It's gonna blow
Run to the
that
next box.
Panzer II to shit. Alright, so obviously now we have hand grenades. Nothing surprising about that.
anti-personnel grenades are used to damage enemy personnel. Unlike anti-tank grenades, they detonate a short time after the safety pin is removed. Use anti-personnel grenades to hit the targets.
Родину!
Yeah, so one thing worth noting is that unlike AT
been
grenades,
hit.
anti-tank grenades,
Go to the final shooting range.
you can cook
Come up to the boxes and take the weapon
frag
cartridges and a
grenades,
couple
right?
of anti-tank and
by holding down the
anti-personnel
left mouse button.
В атаку!
Very useful when you want to clear a trench from enemy soldiers.
Выполняю.
Okay, so let's take the PPSH, RPGs, ammo, whatnot, all of that.
It will be hard for you to operate only one unit in combat. You will most often have a group of several soldiers at your command. It's now time to form your group. To do so, hold the left mouse button and drag a marquee around your soldiers.
Alright, I spoke about this somewhat a lot during the previous training missions in the Allied and the German campaign. Just to briefly again repeat myself, Best Way has designed Faces of War deliberately in a very clever way, so unlike in Soldiers Heroes of World War II where you control like 1, 2, 3 guys at most, and when you have to micromanage it becomes really fucking stressful and just it becomes really kind of hard to like multitask. In this game, Best Way designed it so that you form a squad and the squad is kind of like fighting simultaneously under the control of the commander, so that way you can control more soldiers at the same time and you're not gonna be sweating your balls while you're doing it, right? So
you can add soldiers to the group or exclude them
right. So
from
let's
it.
do that.
To
Let's
so,
just create a squad. Come
any
on.
of your units while holding down the
So
shift
we made a
key. When
squad
group
by-
is formed, its commander is automatically
Командир.
appointed. He is marked in yellow.
Слушаю, командир.
When selecting him, the whole group is automatically taken under control. Now,
Да, командир.
order the commander to take cover behind the open container.
Right, so we have a squad now,
Good.
and the
You
squad
see
can
that a
take
group
cover
will follow
all at
its
once.
commander. If you order to change commander, select any soldier of the group and double-click on him or press. Your group must now destroy the enemy vehicles and the remaining targets. Take a look at the mini-map. The targets will be shown in red. Use the weapons at your discretion. You'll need your combat skills. Good luck.
Move on, men. We have to get rid of that.
Right, so your squad is gonna follow the orders that are seen in the interface. So if you tell your entire squad to hold position, they're gonna be holding position. If you tell them to stop firing, to hold fire, they're not gonna fire. If you say return fire, they're gonna return fire when they're being shot at, and so forth and so on. So keep in mind that your squad is gonna, like, the entire squad is gonna follow the orders that are selected on the panel. So let's just destroy everybody here.
Commands for controlling the group are shown on the front panel. The first is throw an anti-personnel grenade.
Огонь
If you
прикрытия.
click on this
Сейчас.
icon in the group, when using the sniper shot command, the sniper within the group will hit the target using his capacities as a sniper. The command
We don't
bazooka
have a
shot
sniper
works
here,
in a
though,
similar
currently.
way. Try these commands to hit targets and vehicles.
So basically, in a nutshell, we have a bunch of kind of like hotkeys here, in a way, right? So these quick commands that we can give to our squad. We didn't have that in Soldiers Heroes of World War II. This is also very useful because when you have a squad and you can't really afford, you don't have the time or whatever, the possibility of taking one soldier and running with a bazooka, let's say, like so. You don't have that possibility and you can't, like fire directly like I'm doing right now. For an example, like right here, let's say you're too busy, your squad is, all messed up, and you have it selected. What you do instead is you select rocket launcher shot, and then you select the target, and your dude is gonna run automatically. You're not really
There aren't many left.
directly controlling it. The problem with this is, though,
Attacked by multiple enemies, it's a good idea to use the suppressive
right, the suppressive
fire
fire, I'm gonna get
Here
to
you
that.
need to click on the relevant icon and specify the target. In this case, your entire group will focus suppressive fire on this target. Try this command on a large group of targets
Да,
near the
командир.
exit.
So the problem with that, I wanted to say, the problem with,
Огонь прикрытия.
it sounds
Сейчас.
good, like these hotkeys or whatever,
Use
like,
the suppressive fire command to hit the targets.
bitch, okay, I'm about to do it. So as I was saying, I get interrupted by this fucker. I hate the narrator more than I hate the most difficult mission in this game, I swear. Anywho, the problem with the hotkeys, with these, like, little, like, buttons at the bottom panel, is that even though they come in handy, if you tell your soldiers to automatically do something, sometimes...
Use the suppressive fire command to hit the targets.
I swear, if you say that one more... So, anyway, the problem with this is sometimes they have problems with pathfinding your soldiers, and they're gonna be really dumb, and you can lose them that way. So, if you have the possibility of doing something directly, it's better to do that instead. Anyway, let's select the suppressive fire over here, and let's shoot this group. As you can see, like, they're being dumb. Even if I select shoot everybody...
Use the suppressive fire command to hit the targets.
Look, I'm telling you, yeah, finally.
Nice shooting. Using the group control buttons, you'll be able to operate your group in a quick, efficient manner, rather than having the distraction of moving individuals.
Yeah, only if the pathfinding would be alright.
Hit the targets. Now, head to the railway station.
It's clear, let's go.
I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Bestway has refined and kept improving on
Come on,
these...
men. They're waiting for us at the station.
on these mechanics, gameplay mechanics, and like in Men of War, and you know, then Assault Squad 2 and Assault Squad 1. But yeah, in Faces of War, these were still kind of clunky. So like I said, you can tell your guys to, like, let's say suppress fire, and then they won't really suppress fire that well, and then at other times they will. But anyway, this mission is almost over. We have our guys just chilling here at the station, walking around with DP-28s. Everybody's a machine gunner in the Soviet army. Like, apparently this guy has a Garand. I guess Americans gave him a Garand, even though I'm fairly certain the Soviets have never used Garands in World War II, but whatever. What else? There's like some tankers here, just chilling. This guy over there, like a tank crew member, and these guys are just sitting in the train. Or no, they're standing in the train. What the fuck? Anywho, so let's go. Let's talk to the officer, the NKVD officer over here. Chilling, just smoking
Good job, soldiers. You had a good command of the weapons
Smoking a
and
fucking
found your
cigarette.
bearings well. The supervisor from the intelligence department at General Headquarters has insisted that I send you to Colonel Starinov. He's looking for people like you for his units. His men will teach you how to master any vehicle, carry out secret operations in the enemy rear, and you'll be generally prepared for working within the recon units. Of course, there is one other option. You could get on the train and go to the gathering point immediately. This would bring you straight to the front line, but I would advise you to take a chance at being recon soldiers.
Yeah, I
Get
would
your
too.
group into
The
this
casualty
truck
rate
and
is
head to
insane,
Starinov.
comrade.
Oh, and one more thing. 2 more men are going to join the group. Take them under your command before arriving at destination. It was a pleasure working with you, soldiers.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you very much. So, let's take these two guys.
Wait!
By using
We
Call
were
for
told to join
Ally
your group.
ability.
To add ally
Yes,
units to your group,
I know.
click on the call-in ally
This,
icon,
this,
and then click
done,
on the unit you
boom,
want to
boom.
add.
We have
Double-clicking
6
on
guys
this
now.
icon will summon a random available soldier.
Alright, I
To mount
forget,
the
so we're
vehicle,
not gonna get in the
position
train.
mouse
We don't
cursor
want to go
over
for the
it,
front
an arrow
line. Fuck
icon
that.
will appear.
We're gonna
Click on
be
it.
recon men.
Now, add the men to your group and get into the vehicle.
Right, we're gonna be recon soldiers because we don't want to go to the front line. That shit sounds dangerous and almost suicidal. So, let's get inside the
Everyone's
truck.
here. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's drive straight away and become special Spetsnaz members. Maybe we'll stay
My
alive
task
longer that
is
way.
over. Major Morokin thanked us and informed us that comrades from the Central Committee were very happy with the results. I should think so. We didn't spend hours mastering combat skills under the unwavering gaze of our commanders for nothing, right? Now, after the training months are over, we're likely to be sent to the front as part of a special unit.
Oh shit, we're still being sent to the front lines? I thought we're gonna, you know, go behind enemy lines? I guess not. And then, you know, one more thing. So it says Railway Station Little. So this is obviously somewhere in England. But, I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of Soviets walking around. Has the Cold War turned hot and, like, this is an alternative universe? Maybe, I don't know. But let's click completed. Anyway, this was the first Soviet mission. I wouldn't really call it a mission per se, but the first Soviet episode, rather. Because the first Soviet mission will be actually called Lublin, which is in Poland. But we're gonna get to that later. We still have to pass the tank training, then we gotta pass the elite training. And we're gonna get to that in the next episodes. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this particular episode of me playing Faces of War. I will see you soon in the next episode. Please, as always, subscribe to my channel. This way you're gonna support me tremendously. Hit the like button or hit the dislike button, whichever. Comment on my channel, share your thoughts, and I will see you soon. Until then, take care and stay safe.